Distributors and suppliers of rapid antigen tests are hitting out at retailers for charging excessive amounts for the sought-after kits or holding back on stock to artificially inflate the price. Joining us live now is Scott Huntsman, General Manager of All Cars PPE. Scott, it's almost impossible to get your hands on a rapid antigen test. Is it a supply issue or is it a problem that retailers are creating?
So there is a little bit of both. It's not all retailers that are obviously doing this. Obviously, there is really good ones that are trying to get as much stock as they can to their customers. They are obviously experiencing shortages or delays from their distributors. And a lot of the other smaller independents are, they only have one store or a little convenience store. They're the ones that are inflating the price and charging double, or if not triple, if not 4 times the price of these tests.
And you've spoken to retailers who have admitted that they've been hiding the tests from the shelves.
Not personally, no. We did get obviously conversations from some people, locals around here, that had their retailer actually tell them they were hiding the tests so that they could sell them one at a time.
And why are they doing that?
It helps them move price.
Okay, it's in these difficult times. Look, how much are we overpaying?
Look, it just depends on the brand, obviously. There is a massive cost difference between each brand in terms of purchasing them. And then obviously air freight is very expensive at this time because everybody's fighting to get the same space. And if somebody pays more than the next person, then they get bumped and pushed. So it also depends on their logistical supply chain as well. So there is a very dependent on brands. It can be anywhere from $30 to $40 overpriced.
There's now the emergence of black market tests. How is this happening and what do we need to look out for?
So these black market tests, from my understanding, are being purchased. They're the same brand as a TGA approved one, but they're not ones that are made for Australia. They're made for overseas. Obviously, the TGA sets guidelines into what has to be inside these kits and what parameters and all that type of stuff have to be met. They're actually buying ones that have been approved for overseas, bringing them under and basically using the TGA holders' information as the approval, but it's not real.
And what are the dangers of Australians using those?
Look, they're still made in the same factory. They're still made in the same same facility. However, there is some differences that the TGA sets and makes sure that everybody meets in terms of testing requirements. And a lot of these things are being broken up, and some of these things are even out of date.
Are you surprised that we are seeing the emergence of black market tests? Could this chaos around rapid antigen tests been avoided?
No, I don't believe that we do. I'm not surprised at all. Look, we did see this with sanitizer. We saw this with face masks. It's now, thankfully, now they've banned the export. Now the Morrison government has turned around and said we will put a 20% margin allowable for retailers and everything like that, which is really, really good and welcome news. And obviously, it's going to benefit the consumer.
What did you make of the changes announced by the Prime Minister yesterday, that we don't need to get a PCR test if we test positive on a rapid, and also that they will be made free for concessional card holders?
Look, it's very welcome news. Obviously, everybody was expecting them all to be free to everybody, but as they've said many times, you can't exactly make everything free, and we kind of understand that, and there is a big cost that comes along with rapid antigen tests and providing free services. But providing free to vulnerable communities is a really, really good step. Sorry, my phone is just distracting me. So everything that they've done is a really welcome and good step, of course.
Just finally, where to from here? It appears that we will be relying on rapids for months, possibly years to come. Do you suspect that supply and price is going to be an ongoing issue?
No, I feel as though once we sort of level out our supply chains, and obviously, with this big influx of orders that the government's placed, and suppliers that, like myself and other importers, they definitely have access to. As long as we can organise our freight, if we can get Qantas back up in the air, that'll obviously help everybody.